What's up, Algebra 2.1? This is Mr. Carlson, C-Squared Mathematics, and now we are going to be taking this Solve Quadratics quiz. So I'm going to go through 3 questions on the bell arc, and then you're just going to take the quiz, and that's it. So very, very short video. It's just going to be those 3 questions, but I wanted to go through those questions in case any of you actually wanted to see how I do them, because these questions will more than likely be on the quiz. Okay, so these are the questions. Make sure you have them down so you can review them. Let's go to town. This first one, factor the perfect square. The reason why it's a perfect square is because this is 16x squared and this is 1. And 16 and x squared and 1 are perfect squares. So meaning I can square root both of them. Okay, so that means, sorry, my nose is bothering me. That means when I square root both of them, what I have is 4, okay, 4x, and then this is just going to be 1. Now, it's going to be minus, and then this is also 4x, and then minus 1, okay? Now, if you're wondering, how do I get the 8x? Well, this is 4x minus 1 squared. This is my final answer, probably what Math Excel will want. Now, if you FOILed this out, you would get the 8x. The 8x is really just kind of pointless there. You really only need to focus on the first and last term. So the 16x squared and then the 1. That's really the only ones you need to focus on there, okay? Awesome. So that's how you do that one. Very simple, very short, very sweet. Just square root both sides. 16, that's going to be 4x squared. When I square root it, it's going to be x and so forth. Here, I need to divide by 2. So I need to divide by 2 real quick because I need to isolate the x plus 2 squared. So x plus 2 and then square that. That becomes 18. Now, when I square root this using my square root property, huzzah, I get x plus 2 equals. Now, the thing about this is it's not actually a perfect square, so we need to break this down. This breaks down to 9 and 2, and this is 3 and 3. So the 3 and 3s, they come outside, but remember, I need to put plus or minus, square root, so I need to put plus or minus, so 3 and then square root 2. I just subtract the 2 over, and then I'm done. X equals negative 2 plus or minus 3 radical 2. Again, I'm going to leave it like this, but again, oftentimes Math Excel will more than likely want you to do negative 2 plus 3 radical 2 and then negative 2 minus 3 radical 2. Could you technically plug this on Desmos? This is a lot harder to plug on Desmos because it's really hard to find your B and your C value here, especially your A value. And so I personally don't recommend doing that because it's just a waste of time. Your square root property would be way better. Okay? And then this, our greatest common factor, this last one here, our greatest common factor is actually x. So I'm going to take x out. This is 5x minus 3. This equals 0. What is going on? Equals 0. Okay? Now, we have to notice 2 things. We have 2 different things being multiplied together, and those 2 things are what my answers will, those 2 things will give me my answers. This is what we call the zero product property. I take each one, x equals and 5x minus 3, and I equal them to 0. Okay, I take each one and I equal them to 0, even the x. So of course, that's my final answer, x equals 0. But then when I add the 3 over and divide by 5, I get 3 all over 5. That's my other answer. So I do need both of those answers there, and then I'm good. Okay? So that's a tricky part just because, remember, it's a product. It's still being multiplied, and I still need that x to equal 0 regardless. It's still a number. It's still something that I need as a solution. But those are the only 3 I wanted to go over, so pause the screen if you need to so you can get it copied down. Let's erase, and then you're going to have 10 questions, 60 minutes. Of course, no weekend homework anymore, but 10 questions, 60 minutes, open notes. You can use your Desmos link. Of course, you can use your Desmos link. By all means, you ought to use your Desmos link. If not, that's fine if you want to do it completely by hand. But do that quiz and send any partial credit requests to me, guys. I know this was a short video, but I hope you have a great weekend. I'm Mr. Carlson. Make good choices. See you guys later.